Award-winning chef and restaurateur Mario Batali is always up to something new. With 14 restaurants, 8 cookbooks, including his latest, Molto Gusto, and several TV projects, he is arguably the hardest working man in the food biz. And today he's here to share some of his homemade pizza recipes, pizza marinara and pizza margherita.
Mario, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to Good Housekeeping.
Happy to be here. You've got one swank little kitchen
Isn't
here.
this the best?
It is set up.
This is the best, and nobody is more deserving to cook in it besides you. Tell me what you're doing here today.
Well, right now I'm cutting a little mozzarella because we're going to make homemade pizza.
Homemade pizza.
It scares a lot of people, but they
I think a lot of
shouldn't be
people
afraid.
are intimidated. Yeah,
Yes.
you took the words out of my mouth. So.
Well, it's not very hard to do, and probably the most frightening aspect of it is the actual use of yeast.
The dough.
And if that's a problem, then what people have to learn is that you can actually go to your local pizzeria and buy raw dough. They're happy to sell it to you. And if that's the only reason you wouldn't be making pizza at home, then you're already free. The chains are off.
Okay, so you're putting a little, what, cornmeal on top of this to make it not
semolina.
stick? Semolina.
But it could be cornmeal, it could be polenta, it could be anything
I'm
that's
from the
finely
South,
ground.
it's always cornmeal. Okay.
Right. Well, what it does is it does a very nice job of not adhering to something.
Right.
And really working well with it. Do you want to work on one?
Sure,
because we're actually going to make
yes.
2. So let me give you the
So this new
requisite
book
amount.
that you have, Molto Gusto, which
Molto
means
Gusto.
a lot of flavor.
Yes.
And a lot of the recipes come from your restaurant, Otto, which in fact has a lot of family-friendly recipes and ideas behind it, right? Tell me
Simple
a little bit
food
about
for happy people.
that. Okay, this is fun, but I'm not going to do that part. I'm going to
You
let
don't
the,
have to.
the
I
maestro is
can
gonna
be
do
your
that part.
stunt double here on the spin. And then you just give it a couple of spins like that.
Show out.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on these griddle pans. But you don't need this. You could use any grill pan, you could use a cast iron skillet, you can use a pancake griddle. All you wanna do is get it up to a nice kind of medium-high heat, and then carefully lay it on. And we're gonna mark both sides, and then we're gonna dress them.
Mark, meaning just cook it for
Just cook it a little bit, not all the
bit.
way through, but most of the way. You want it to start to puff up. As you can see if you're looking at it, it's starting to raise a little bit. And that's what we want. Every now and then you take a little peek under there. You want a light golden brown, right? You want a light golden brown, but not too dark. The real finish, the real puff that's gonna happen is gonna happen in the broiler. So what we've got here is the pizza pans on the top, and then on the underneath here in our oven, we have our broiler actually going.
So you're cooking part of it on the top of the stove and finishing it off in the broiler.
Exactly. So now we're gonna flip that.
Beautiful.
Right?
And that was very
it's gonna
fast.
slowly cook, right? That was about 2.5 minutes on the one side. We're gonna keep going with that.
Okay.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dress them. Now, one of the largest misconceptions about both pasta and pizza in America is that more is better. More is not better. Because what the Italians are looking for when they eat pizza and pasta is the flavor of the toasted wheat. They want it to smell like a baked bread.
So you don't want to drown it in other
You don't want to put
ingredients.
too much on it, because effectively
Got
the
it.
bread is the game, and the condiment, or the dressing, is the other part of it.
Right, just
so
the
I'm gonna
icing.
put that much on, and you're gonna take it all the way
Yeah, one ladle
to the
full
edge.
does the whole
And even
pizza.
that might even actually have been a little extra. You want to try it on that one?
Okay, I will be more circumspect here.
Yes, a little bit less.
Is that enough?
Perfect. And then what I like to do is put a little extra virgin olive oil right down there. Yours is actually perfect. See how you can see a little bit of the whiteness through the bread?
Mine is perfect.
You are perfect. What I'll have you do is come over here, and you're gonna put just a little bit, like 4 or 5 pieces of that mozzarella on.
Okay.
Well, I put a little bit of garlic on this one, which is gonna be called marinara. Right.
Marinara.
But notice how it's not grated. This is mozzarella di bufala.
Nice
If you can
little
find this, or fior di latte, it's a remarkable thing. It tastes really good. That's just the right amount.
Okay. And it goes.
We're gonna let that go. It's probably gonna take about 2 minutes. What you're really looking to do, if you have the guts, is to actually char it a little bit on the outside. I like a little charred.
If you have the guts.
Well, some people just think light golden brown like a blondie is good. So now what we're gonna do is gonna make one of my favorite things. We're gonna take some jalapenos, some serranos, and a big red chili, and make a chili oil. And you can make this and store it in the fridge for weeks once you've filtered out some of the solids. So we'll take some chilies, just like so, and slice them up. And you could even leave the stems in, but we're not gonna, because sometimes...
Wow, so a really rough chop. This is very fast.
We're extracting the flavor. This isn't gonna be a brunoise. This isn't gonna be anything crazy or tricky. This is just about making sure that the chili oil, the capsicum, is actually released into the oil. We're gonna take a pinch of hot chili flakes, a pinch of pimentone or even paprika. You want to grab some extra virgin olive oil and put about a cup in there.
Sure.
And you see what's going on under here?
It's beginning to smell
Starting to
fabulous.
smell right, all right?
Is that enough?
Yeah, it looks, I put a little bit more in, what the heck.
You can never have too much olive oil.
Well, certainly around the house you can't. And then you want to go ahead and grab some of that basil and some of that marjoram.
Pull some out.
What you want to do is just pull them off.
Okay.
And keep them in little piles like that, right like there. All right? And I'm actually going to throw the marjoram stems in
The oil.
to the fragrant oil.
And what will that do?
It'll make it a little, like the difference between marjoram and oregano. Marjoram is almost a little bit sexier, almost a little bit more like the sea foam.
Got that?
Now, at this point, the oils come up to heat. You're probably 180 degrees right there. Then you just take it off the heat.
So this whole thing has
And let
taken
it
less
steep.
than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes completely.
Super fast,
The
super
longer you
easy.
let it steep, the more chili heat you're going to get out of it, but you don't need to leave it there too long.
Okay. This is smelling fabulous. The
Once you
basil
start to
is
smell that
torn.
baked bread, the
it's-
bubbling cheese, only one thing left, and that's to pour the wine. So then you get the wine in the glass, and then the pizza's going to come up. Are you ready with your pizza wheel?
Ooh, there's the char you were talking about.
That's what I'm always
That
hoping
is beautiful.
for. So then to finish it, you just do it right on the pan. Now, if you want to put some of that basil right over there, just strew it relaxed, haphazardly as possible.
Haphazardly. All right.
Another little drizzle
Of olive oil.
of extra virgin olive oil.
Beautiful.
Now you can tell that's going to be hot, so I caution you
Give
to
it
be
a
a little
minute.
careful. Now let's give it a taste.
Oh, man. Thank you. It's fabulous.
Insanely delicious pizza
Insanely
in
delicious.
10 minutes at the house. Molto
Who
gusto.
knew? Molto gusto. Look how beautiful and simple this is.
Now we take a little bit of marjoram like so.
Sprinkle it on.
Voila. Pizza
Voila.
numero 2.
Fabulous. Mario, thank you.
Thanks for having me here.
It's great to have you
It's
here.
a great place.
Cheers.